Hi everyone, welcome back to If My Heart Had Wings, Flight Diary, Before Route, Episode 3. So, in Episode 2, Isuka got to visit this place, the Flying Fish Manor, and learn about all the things that she's missed out during those years. So, how Amane got Aoi as her boyfriend, what's going on at Keifu Academy, and the Soaring Club, and Isuka also got to visit Kotori's room, which was Isuka's room herself, and Isuka told Kotori about Hat's history. So, Hat the duck got his name because, well, he's wearing the hat that Isuka made, and that came from Hat tearing up a doll that Isuka had. So I forgot the name of the doll. It was like Baron something. And even though Isuka buried the doll underneath Kotori's room, she used the leftover silk to create the black hat that the duck is wearing. And also, Kotori attempted to give the flight log, or her notebook of the to-do list, back to Isuka, but for some reason Isuka wants Kotori to keep it, and it looks like there's something that's bothering Isuka, so I guess that's where we will find out. So anyways, it is now the next day, and let's see how it goes. So someone's knocking on the door. Oh, Amane, so I was calling Amane up. Amane? And he ends up calling up Asa instead, or he was calling out Amane so loud that it woke Asa up. Asa comes out of the room rubbing her eyes. Morning, Asa. Breakfast is almost ready, so go wash your face. Okay. So now going back to Amane. So Amane, wake up. That's strange. So is she in her room or no? Wait, so what's wrong? I hear Kotori scream downstairs. Hey, so what happened? I went downstairs to find Kotori and Asa at the end of the dining room, and they are in shock. Wait, what the? So what's going on? I approach closer and realize what is causing the commotion. So Amane is in the kitchen. Amane is asleep behind the table at the end of the dining room. And it does look like Amane fainted and passed out or even died. So that explains the scream. And the way she is lying on the floor definitely makes it look like she had been murdered. That's true. Hat pecks Amane's face with his beak while she sleeps. So while she slept, but anyways, wake up! And is she having a nightmare? Okay, so it looks like Hat was able to wake Amane up in an unpleasant way. Amane wakes up from Hat's pecking.
私の豚まんは
So, where's my pork bun? Amane is searching the empty floor in front of her.
さっきもうお腹いっぱいって寝言で言ってたのに
So, you said that you were stuffed, and why do you still want a pork bun?
あまねちゃんよだれ拭きなさいだらしないんだから
So, after the incident is resolved, Kotori and Asa goes back to preparing for school. I help Amane up, who still seems to be half asleep. I'm asking just in case, but why are you sleeping there?
なんでだったかな
I don't know. Did you fall asleep while working again? Amane tends to like open spaces because there is a big table where she can spread out all of her work. She had phenomenal concentration, so noise didn't bother her at all. Wide open spaces allowed her to make good progress in her work. She would often come down and work in the dining room or the cafeteria or the dining hall and end up falling asleep right there. I usually notice her when I make breakfast, but this time I hadn't seen her because she'd been in the corner.
あそうだ今日の講義の準備をしてたんだった
Oh, okay. Amane is now a teacher or a lecturer at Keifu Academy. I had been trying to wake her up for a class today. Well, that does not mean you should sleep on the floor. See, you've got markings on your face from the floor. So, the grains of the wood.
おかしいな机で寝てたんだがな
Well, I think she slipped off the table and onto the floor.
寝ているうちに倒れてそのままだったみたいだ
There you go. That explains why it had looked like she'd been murdered. I'm surprised you didn't wake up from the fall.
ああ私は眠りが深い方だからな
Well, I'm pretty sure at that point, Amane is super tired. So she often goes days without sleeping because of her extreme concentration. Well, you have to be unconscious to pull that off. Alright, so go wash your face. Breakfast is almost ready. So it sounded like you already are full from the pork buns in your dreams. Amane gives me a blank stare.
そういえばそんな夢を見た気がするイスカのせいだなきっと
She mumbles to herself as she heads towards the bathroom. So, if I remember, Amane's room has no place to sleep, so she loads it up with all of her papers, journals, and even machines. And I think it took up her bed, so that's why Amane would find some open space to sleep. So anyways, it looks like it's the end of the day for school. So I'm reading in the break room after school. It was still extremely hot today, but it is somewhat bearable here. So they really are cracking down on doping. I'm reading a magazine about cycling. I couldn't hide anyone. So I couldn't write anymore, but it is still fun to keep up with what is happening in the pro cycling world. Well, it's getting pretty late anyways. So school had ended a few hours ago. and clubs are off. Amane had promised to go home with me after her lecture is over. She's usually late because she had to clean up or talk with students after class. But it's taking a lot longer than usual. And I wonder if she's okay, so I'm kind of worried. Well, after all,
大丈夫ですか、望月先生。大丈夫だ。資料の方はみんなに配っておきましたから、PC の用意もできてます。
So I helped you, so I prepared the class for you.
ありがとう、あかり。
And it's quite strange because Amane is a teacher while Akari is just a student.
本当に大丈夫ですか？
And you don't seem well.
ああ、任せろ。どんとこいだ。
No. I'm okay. I'm good. She seems really nervous. Amane is not very good at explaining things in a simple manner. Well, I'm sure it's more like Amane goes off into delusions and talks about unrelated stuff. And, well, I wouldn't say, but I hope she does not digress to, I'm hungry, I want something to eat. And that's probably why she is a super genius, but also explains why she is a bad lecturer. So she goes off into delusions, talks too much stuff, and needs someone to get things in order for her. So currently, Akari is in her class acting like her assistant. And thanks to Akari, the lecture apparently went smoothly enough for one day, for one class. So being in that kind of situation is probably pretty tiring for her. Well, I have to give her a parfait or something later. And then my cell phone rings. At first I thought it's from Amane, but it's actually from Tatsuya or Anchan. Hello?
Yo, Aoi ka? 俺だ、達也だ。
Yeah, so
ちょっといいか。
what's up?
いや、前に言ってたあれなんだが。
We talked about this before, and okay, so what is it again?
ほら、あれだよ。ダブルデート。
Okay. Tatsuya does not know how to approach Isuka, so I had suggested going out on a double date. So Tatsuya and Isuka, along with Amane and me. And it might have been easier to ask her out if we were in a group like this at first.
いやな、いつかとアマネも前より打ち解けたみたいだし、そろそろ頃合いなのかなと思って。
Well, I guess it will all work out good. Yeah, well, you're right. Then, should I have Amane invite her?
なあ、そうしてもらえると助かる。
Okay, then. Okay, so I'll talk to you or to Amane.
ああ、すまんな。なんか面倒かけちまって。
So sorry for bothering you and Amane. Oh, don't worry about it. I want you to depend on me for once.
マジで頼りにしてるぞ、葵。
Okay then. Tatsuya ends the call like he is stressing that point. Well, he's like a boy who fell in love for the first time. Well, when I thought about how they met, that may have really been the case. Well, this is pretty big deal. And this is my chance for me to repay Tatsuya or Anshan for all the help that he's given me. And I had to give this my best shot. So where is Amane? Amane had her lectures on the top floor of the school. And it is a special room used for special lectures and elective courses. So for some reason, it's awfully quiet. And I came to the entrance of the classroom, but the halls are quiet and no one is around. The lecture had ended a while ago and all the students had gone home already. So excuse me. And just as expected, the classroom is empty. No, wait. So there's someone here. At the very front seat, with her hair untied, Amane is moping around. You okay? I guess not. When she heard my voice, Amane let out a whimper and came over to cling onto me. Oh, now, so what happened? So why are you moping around like this? I patted her head and listened as if I am comforting a child. I can't do it.
私の話は分かりにくいそうなんだ。それで質問をされて答えたらまだ分からなくて、また答えてもやっぱり分からなくて。
So basically, even though Amane knows the subject very well as a genius, she can't explain it very well to the students. And when she tries to answer the question, she only makes it more difficult to understand.
そしたら、あかりが代わりに説明してくれて。
And likewise, Akari comes in to help.
気がついたら、みんながあかりを先生って呼んでた。
Ha 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 ha. Interesting. So basically, I awkwardly laughed, not really sure how to answer. I could imagine the scene as if I had really been there. Maybe Akari would be a better teacher then? Wait, so you're supporting her? That's bad. So I'm the teacher. Oh no, I'm just talking about it personally. Akari understands the student's point of view. For someone who could understand anything from the get-go, like Amane, it is hard to empathize with those who can't. But on the other hand, Akari worked hard. She had plenty of practice trying to figure out what she did not know. She could understand their troubles and could empathize with them. So I guess it's better if Akari teaches this class then. Amane is getting timid. So you used up all your energy and just lay around here? Yes. And she stares or starts to go limping again. Well, there's nothing to worry about. Everyone still wants to take your class and learn from you. I am not in the right grade to take this class, so I can't attend it, but I had heard about it from those who were taking it. So I think this elective, it's only for 4th and 5th year students, and if I'm correct, Aoi is currently a 3rd year, so if Amane survives and teaches this class again next year, then Aoi will be eligible. It did seem like a difficult subject, but the class took a unique approach, so it sounded really interesting. It seemed like everyone asked a lot of questions only because they are eager to learn. That's true. Oh, by the way, so if Aoi is a third year, then Akari is a fourth year, so Akari is eligible. Okay, let's go home then. So I'll treat you to something sweet.
今すぐ何か食べたい。
But I want something now. Well, no, not right now. We've already eaten our lunches.
じゃあ動けない。
So maybe Amane wants Aoi to carry her home? Well, come on, Amane. And just as I am thinking about carrying her on my back, oh. So what happened? She grabs my necktie from below. Amane starts to pull herself up. And then... Amane closes her eyes and moves in close. I thought you wanted to have something to eat, and this is a classroom. Well, for me, none of that applies. So she wants a kiss from Aoi. Amane pulls me towards her with my necktie and presses her lips against mine. As our face come close, she gently catches me with her soft lips. Okay, so what's wrong now? I held my breath while we were kissing and broke away when I was at the verge of suffering. Or suffocating. Okay, that's too long.
腹ペコだったんだ。
I'm hungry, she says, looking like she had not had enough yet. Alright, but anyways, we're going home. Okay. I tried to take her hand and go, but Amane would not move. Well, there's nothing here to eat if we stay.
おかわり。
Well, more? So I wonder what happened. So if I remember in the Japanese version, that was Amane's first H scene in this visual novel. So for some reason, Amane wants to eat more, and that's what she ended up getting from Aoi. And well, realistically speaking, I'm sure that did not help fill Amane's stomach in any way. And more importantly, it's kind of appropriate just because the school's empty at this hour. But anyways, we're on the way home from school. Amane is in a great mood now. Well, because in the Japanese version, she had a huge H moment. Don't you eat something on the way? Okay, so now we will fill your stomach after you being satisfied.
大丈夫だ。お腹いっぱいだから。
No, I'm good, she says as she patted her stomach. Wait, so that makes no sense. A cold sweat comes running over me. I could not believe we kissed in the classroom. And we kissed a lot. Well, bad teacher?
なんだいきなり。
You know what we did and where. Okay, that makes sense.
しょうがないだろ。最近全然してなかったから。
it is a little heartbreaking to hear, but we actually didn't have much time to be alone at the dorm. Well, because of all the other people at the dorm bothering them. Well, Katori, the twins, Kanako.
それに恋人が落ち込んでいる時は慰めるのが彼氏の務めだ。ネットにそう書いてあったぞ。
Well, did that count as comforting? Well, she is researching that stuff on the net, so studious even for a genius. Well, it's fine as long as you are or feeling better.
葵のエキスを吸って気力全開だ。
Okay, so I want more of Aoi-kun so that he could help replenish my energy. She says it didn't suit her, but she seemed to enjoy it being a teacher. She liked it when people asked her for information. She is the kind of person that always worked really hard. She didn't mind physical labor like mowing the runway either. She even jumped side to side if you asked her to. Well, then again, that was because they were trying to see how bad Amane is with her piloting ability and her ability to build parts with her hands. So, in short, Amane's not good with those. Even when designing the glider, she had taught herself how to do it even though it was not in her area of expertise. And in some ways, she really seems to enjoy hard work. Amane comes close to me and innocently linked our arms. I could feel her body pushing right up against me. It's like she is neither a child nor an adult. She is a mysterious woman. Oh, right. So what's wrong now? Oh, so Anchan, Tatsuya, and I are talking about hanging out sometime with Isuka as well. So how about you, Amane? Can you take some time off?
いいぞ。
Okay. She responds quickly. She is supposed to be busy, but she would make time for things like this. Well, if it's with Isuka, then I will do anything to make it happen. She worked harder than most people, so no one had any reason to complain when she took time off. So while we're on that subject, could you invite Isuka? Oh, so now I was asking Amane directly.
私がか？別にいいが。
I guess that's okay. Amane's face goes blank. She didn't seem to get the point. So, you know that Tatsuya really likes Isuka, right? Yes? Although Amane is not interested in that kind of thing, she probably had not noticed until recently. So, does Isuka like him too in return?
けどそれは言っちゃいけない秘密なんだ。
Well, yes, but keep it a secret. Don't worry about that. Anybody can tell just from looking at them. Isuka and Amane are the only people that thought it is some big kind of secret.
それがどうかしたのか？
Well, I'm suggesting that we go on a double date. I thought maybe we could help those two out, and it'll be easier for Isuka to come if we are all hanging out as a group. Amai nods, but did she really get it? I thought it would seem more natural if you invited her.
いいぞ、問題ない。
Okay, I'll do it. No problem.
達也とイスカと一緒に遊びに行くのか。悪くないな。
And it sounds good. Amane says it like she is really excited about this. So, have things between you two? Have you been keeping in touch with Isuka?
この前電話で少し話したぞ。メールの返事をしないと怒られた。
Isuka is not the only person. Well, you really seem to open up to her. It's still a little awkward when you two reunited.
もう元通りだ。これも葵たちのおかげだ。
Well, by now, it's all good thanks to you. She gave my arm a tight squeeze.
葵が雲の回廊に私を連れて行ってくれたから。だから、イスカは嘘つきじゃなくなった。
Isuka is not a liar, so their friendship is just like it was before. Simple as that. Well, that's great.
よかった。
Yep. And looking at Amane, so happy like that, suddenly reminds me of something. What? Well, actually, you hold on to this, Kotori. Isuka had given the notebook back to Kotori, the flight log. And in that moment, why had Isuka hesitated?
どうした？葵。
No, nothing. Just looking forward to our double date.
楽しみだ。荒ぶるアヒルのポーズ。
So, if I remember correctly, in the original title, in Amane's route, Tatsuya did mention that he likes Isuka, and he really feels sorry for Isuka, given that she often has to miss school because of her weak body and her constant illness. And to Tatsuya, it looks like she's the kind of person that really needs help to get up and running. So anyways, it looks like today is the day of the double date, and now Isuka is here and once again trying to get Hat to show the special dancing duck pose. So she told Kotori that Hat can do made tricks and Kotori wants to see it. So will Hat remember it now? Oh, so this time Isuka has Amane help get Hat remember the dancing duck pose. So it is Sunday morning. At the entrance of the Flying Fish Manor are two adult women. They stand with one leg up, arms in the air, trying to do the dancing duck pose. And for Hat, so once again, Hat does not remember anything. He just tilts his head. Wait, so nothing. Come on, so wake up. Hat looks at them like he is thinking what miserable creatures human beings must be. And more of an intellectual than a wild beast. And besides, ducks are born from selective breeding, so they probably aren't really used to dancing. Well, I guess it was no good. And now it's getting tiring for Amane to keep the pose. So the two used up both of their strength and collapsed.
疲れるぞ、このポーズ。運動不足を痛感させられるね。
What a way to start off the morning. The plan is to go out today. That's true. Today is the double date that we had planned. Tatsuya and Isuka along with Amane and me. We are meeting at the Flying Fish Manor, which is why Isuka is here. We're just waiting on Tatsuya. And it's better if Hat just moves away. He's no good. There you go. So Hat let out a yawn and heads back towards Kotori's room, leaving the two behind. I'm sorry. We are out of cucumber snacks to encourage him.
水瀬くんのせいじゃないよ。ハットが僕のこと忘れちゃってるからしょうがない。
Kotori had taken on the challenge several times as well, but it's no good. He must have forgotten about the pose entirely. So Kotori's like, come on, Hat, I want to see that dancing duck pose that Isuka is talking about. So if you won't show it to anyone else, can you at least show it to me? On a side note, Kotori could not do the pose herself because she's in a wheelchair, so she has Asa do it for her. How cruel life could be. Okay, well anyways, so moving that aside, or putting that aside, I'll bring some drinks. I went to get drinks from the fridge since the two are moving around so much. So, refreshments.
珍しいね。アマネが遊びに誘ってくれるなんて。そうか？っていうか、初めてなんじゃない？そうだったかな。でも嬉しいよ。一緒に遊びに行くなんて昔に戻ったみたいな気になる。
So, just like the old days.
私もだ。
Yeah, same here for me.
きっと楽しいぞ。ダブルデート。
And it should be fun.
ダブルデート？
Wait, I think they didn't tell Isuka all the details about what this is about. And before Amane can explain, Aoi is here. Okay, so some barley tea. The conversation had turned the wrong way when I came back with some tea.
何かなそのダブルデートって。
Uh-oh. So now it's raised more questions for Isuka. Isuka pushes aside the tea I brought and drew near or closer to Amane. Well, you know. Amane Trouble looks at me for help. So come on, explain to her. And it looks like I would have to be the bad person here. Actually, I was the one who set this up. Wait, you, Minase-kun? Isuka, so you seem like you were into Tatsuya, so I kind of assumed that. So I kind of set this up. Isuka looks at me perplexed. Tatsuya is really popular, but he does not have a girlfriend. I thought you two would be a really good match. That's all. Right? Amane? And I'm sure even Amane does not know all the details. Isuka asks, face redder than a tomato. Yes? So, should I not have not done that?
そんなことないよ。意識してないこともないから。でもおかしいな。ちゃんと隠してたはずなのにな。
So, even Isuka stumbling. It's like she could not see the forest for the trees. It's strange, but the only people that usually don't notice these kinds of situations are the couple themselves. So I thought it'd be nice if Amane and I could help you two along.
ってたんだよ。あまねが遊びに誘ってくるなんてさ。
Well, then again, you never invite me to anything.
でも、じゃあ今日のこれって。
So, today is the double date. And before Isuka has time to react, I think Tatsuya or Anchan is here. Isuka jumps when the doorbell rings. Oh, coming!
Yo.
Okay, so Tatsuya is here. Oh, morning. Tatsuya walks inside smiling from ear to ear. When she saw his face, Isuka turns pale. She leans back as if she had just taken a hit.
おはよう、イスカ。って、どうしたんだお前。
So what's wrong? So you look...
別に何でもないよ。
Nothing at all. Desperate Isuka takes the cup of tea right out of my hand. Well, I'll just calm down with some tea. She chugs the whole thing and shoves the glass back to me. She then moves onto Amane's glass. Okay, so does that help? She chugs 2 whole cups of tea. And when she realizes that everyone is looking at her in awe.
いやー、もう9月も半ばだっていうのに暑いね。喉がカラカラだよ。
And it's more like Isuka's covering up.
本当に大丈夫なのか？熱中症か何かなんじゃ。
So, are you okay?
大丈夫です。
I'm fine.
ならいいんだが。
Well then. Well, now that we're all here, let's all go.
おう。
We took off with Tatsuya still completely aware about what is going on. Our double date is off to a rough start.
なんだって？
So what happened now? Tatsuya unintentionally shouts when I told him about what happened as we were in line for ice cream. Sorry, Tatsuya?
いや、いいんだ。お前が悪いわけじゃない。
So what's wrong? Oh, so I had told Tatsuya that Isuka knows that today is supposed to be a double date.
そうか。道理でイスカのやつ。
Uh-oh, so I think this might not end up going well, so Isuka might be pushing back. He looks towards Isuka, who is sitting on a bench with Amane. Isuka is so nervous, she had her hands on her knees like she's going to a job interview, while Amane is relaxed in comparison.
そうか。そういうことか。
Are you okay, Tatsuya? You don't look so well.
ああ。イスカがデートだって意識してると思うと、ちょっとな。
So now that Isuka knows this is a date, it's putting a lot of pressure on me. Tatsuya is starting to shake. It is like he had not been on a date before, but I guess he just really likes Isuka. He must have thought about her a lot even after she left. And I wonder what it would be like to have feelings for someone that you may never see again.
落ち着け俺。ここでうろたえたらイスカに見透かされるぞ。
Okay, so I can't screw up. If I do, then... Or basically, if I go off the tracks and start acting strange, then it's going to make me look unappealing to Isuka.
だがしかし震えが止まらん
So how can I do this to impress Isuka? Tatsuya holds down his right arm as if there is an evil spirit possessing it. Whoa. Even Tatsuro Anchan, who's always so calm and in control. Even Tatsuya is freaking out. This is why falling in love is so scary. And thinking back on it now, when I was crushing on Amane, although she thought we were already dating, I had been a little weird too. I think it was more like the other way around. I'm embarrassed to even think about the times when I would roll around in my bed hugging my pillow. It will be alright, Tatsuya.
どうしてそう言える
Well, like you're the one to talk. Besides, Isuka probably does not think this is a bad thing. She seems nervous, but does it look like she's against the idea? And it kind of does, given Isuka looking down. Isuka notices that their eyes have met and abruptly looks away. She must have been stealing a glance of Tatsuya every now and then. Well, maybe Isuka has a thing for you too. So don't look at it as being all bad. Well, actually, she did. Maybe it's not my place to tell him such things, but then again, anybody could tell just from looking at them.
本当か本当にそう思うか
Really? I do.
だがしかしここでおかしな態度を見せれば嫌われる可能性だってある
Tatsuya puts his hand on his forehead to think. It's like watching a detective solve a murder scene on TV. Well, it's too funny seeing Tatsuya like this. I am sure this would make a funny story one day. I could tell Agaha and the others. So I could tell them and they will find it funny too. Amane and I will give you some help, so go get her Anchan, Tatsuya.
ああやってみる
So, wish me luck! He said it firmly and brought the ice cream like an aqua robot.
ねえねえ、あまね。なんだ？あの二人何話してるんだろう。
So, while I was helping Tatsuya out, it looks kind of interesting from Isuka and Amane's angle.
そう。何味のソフトクリームにするか話し合ってるんじゃないか
And Amane does not understand.
そんな風に見えないよ。なんか深刻そうじゃん。
So, if they were by ice cream, they wouldn't be all tense stuff like that. It would be just an easy, casual conversation.
僕のせいかな。
So, did I ruin this?
どうしてだ
How?
だって今朝五十嵐くんが来てから態度おかしいもん。
So, Igarashi-kun or Tatsuya has been acting all strange this morning.
ちゃんと受け答えできてないし、歩き方とかも変でしょ
And it feels unnatural for him.
そうかな。そうだよ。あんたほんとどこ見てんの
Well, come on, so look at them.
そういうがな、イスカ。君は昔からそんな感じだったと
But haven't you been like that all the time?
そんな感じってどんな感じさ
Well, I'm sure this and that are different.
だから今日みたいな感じだ。達也と喋るときは受け答えも変で動きがロボットみたいになる。 私が設計したロボットの方がまだ滑らかに動くぞ。
So you really are robotic. You're moving abruptly.
そんなことないよ。あるんだね。
Well, even if you deny it, it looks like it from a different angle.
変な子だって思われてたらどうしよう。昔から変じゃないか、イスカは。殴るよ。痛いからやめてくれ。偏差ではあんたの方が圧勝でしょうが。失礼しちゃうわ。あ、戻ってきた。
So sorry to keep you waiting. Amane and Isuka are having a friendly chat, but Isuka froze up when we returned.
お待たせ、いいっすか。
So, here you go, Isuka. Tatsuya hands Isuka an ice cream as natural as he could.
ありがとう。
And for Amane, here you go. The normal, usual, casual way from Aoi. And Amane is happy. We all sat on the bench and eat our ice cream.
美味しいな。
Isuka is sitting next to Amane, who is enjoying her ice cream. Well, I'm envious, so you're enjoying it freely, naturally, whereas I'm still nervous. Isuka just ate her ice cream in silence, looking down. And next to her, Tatsuya sat up with his back up straight, legs open wide, as if he is trying to eat his ice cream as manly as he possibly could. His actions and mannerisms were so vastly different that it is strange to see. Oh, so he is nervous. And this is supposed to be the four of us hanging out, relaxing, and opening up to each other. However, they are both fully aware of the situation and are frozen solid.
甘くて美味しいな、これ。
Amane is the only one that is super relaxed and enjoying herself.
青いのは何味だ？
So anyways, what flavor is this ice cream? So this is Japanese chestnut. It's only available in the autumn. They might have jumped the gun a little early because it's still September. So do you want to try it?
いいのか？いただきます。
Okay.
うまいぞ。
So give me some of yours, Amane.
あ、いいぞ。
Okay, here you go. Amane's ice cream had a rich milk flavor. Well, this is good too. So Isuka and Tatsuya just sat next to us as we shared our ice cream as a couple. And it's like, so now they're exchanging their ice cream, and they're doing it so naturally without any nervousness and such. The air between them is getting worse. Oh no, so this isn't good. Maybe we're being too lovey-dovey. Or basically, we're showing off. And there's no way those two would be able to share each other's ice cream.
五十嵐君は何味にしたの？
So I think Isuka's going to try to copy what Aoi and Amane did.
俺はシンプルに普通のソフトクリームにした。
So I just got basic vanilla.
そうなんだ。
Uh-huh.
そっちはうまいか？
So, do you get the same? So, just basic vanilla?
美味しいよ。
Yeah, so it's good. Isuka continues to eat the small portions of her purple grape flavor ice cream. Oh, so Isuka did get something a little bit more special than vanilla.
それと迷ったんだけどな。やっぱそっちにしときゃよかったかな。
食べてみる？
So, do you want to try some then? So, if you didn't get it first or initially, you can have some of mine.
やっぱなし。嫌だよね。僕の食べさしなんて。
Well,
そんなことはないが。
the two of them blushed beet red and faced away from each other. However, well, almost had a good thing going there. I subconsciously put my hand on my brow and started thinking like I was a detective that had found a clue to the mystery. Or perhaps if Amane and I believe like a couple on a date, then that would give those two an incentive to do the same. And they did like each other after all, they just don't know it yet. And it would all go well as long as there is something to push them on. Okay, alright. So I made up my mind.
どうかしたか？
So what's next? Nothing. Everyone continues to eat their ice cream in silence. Our next plan is to go bowling. Alright, so let's go.
ああ。
Tatsuya and I got up first, and then the girls followed. Amane, so let's link our arms. I whispered into Amane's ear.
ああ、そうしよう。
Amane, without really or realizing my intentions, wraps her arm around mine. She's just as happy to hold hands like this. And walked in front of the other two.
アマネがあんな風になるなんてちょっと驚きだよな。
驚きだわ。あいつもちゃんと女の子だったんだね。
さあ、行こうぜ、俺たちも。
Amane and I acted like a couple after that without overdoing it. We either had held hands or linked our arms while we walked. And sometimes I brush her chestnut hair or we nonchalantly look at each other. And when I do those, the two would get surprised and act awkward, sometimes even a little envious. And these are moments where they would get nervous when they remembered that they are on a date. And I hope that those two longtime friends would be able to envision their relationship progressing even further. And from there, they would rush towards most embarrassing thing and say what is truly in their hearts. Well, that was at least how it had been for me. So we ate lunch late after enjoying some bowling and wandered around Wendy's. Okay, so it looks like I'm at an hour for this episode, so I'll stop and we'll see how the date continues next time. So obviously, and as expected, it would be kind of tough for Tatsuya and Isuka to be together because it's kind of like the first time. And if you remember when they tried to get Aoi and Amane together, so Amane was acting robotic, she tensed up as well, and it took one little moment to bring them together. So there was one time at the garage when it was late, I was sleeping, and Amane was working overtime, and the other girls, Kotori, Ageha, and the twins, they just left Aoi behind. It's like, well, this would be a good opportunity for him to get closer to Amane. And being alone and in private, that's when Amane really got to show her true feelings to Aoi. So I'm also wondering if this double date is going to work out, or it would have been better if they just simply set up a place where Isuka and Tatsuya can be in private together. So anyways, with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.